I was thinking, don't pick me first. Don't pick me first. And then that was like, okay. So I'm Emma Caldwell. My artist name is Emma. I branched to two channels. I branched to the creative channel, and then I branched to the technology channel, and I am a true representative of the balance of life.
Excuse me, it's difficult to hear you, Eva. I'm sorry. This is
Yeah, I don't know if you need to come closer or what, but can't hear you.
Turn it up. Is this better if I make it louder?
Um,
Your voice is breaking up.
Is this better?
yeah,
Only slightly? I'll take off the headset and I'll see if because the computer generally is not very loud. But
Can't hear you at all now. Oh,
How about now?
yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, my laptop is a bit soft when I hear it, so I like to use the headset so I can hear people better. So, okay. Right. So I branched to 2 channel. So it's rare for someone to actually be a true left and right brain person. So I really am, and I can prove it. In the creative channel, I am of I'm a rather dense collection of things, singer, dancer, actor, designer. I also am I'm a certified fitness instructor, which just sort of fuels into my work as a performer and an artist. And I'm also an author, a published author. And so I'm kind of, the book is autobiographical. This is the first of what is intended to be 3 books, and the subject matter is really important. And I'm a bit of an ambassador in the public space for this conversation, so I could expound on that further if somebody has questions. And then the technical side is that I've done a variety of technical type work, and I'm a nerd in this way. And I'm actually currently getting a certification as a cybersecurity analyst. And that's good because I have the ability for it. I have the skill for it. The truth of the matter is if I never had to look at another code of any kind or any technology, I would be fine to be a creator only and just do that. But I offer my services in the 2 channels. So, for example, you're making a video and you need someone to edit it and style it and make it look good and make it have impact. I'm good at that, and I can do that. That's one example of the cross of technology and creativity. And there are a lot of other things. It would have to be more of a conversation. We would need more time for that for that. Something personal you wanted. Why did I do I was born this way. I can't help it. As a creator, from my first breath, I can't help it. It is that, and I really am that. The technology aspect is a necessity that I since I have that strong analytical abilities. It's a tool. And something personal. I struggle with a lot of doubt because I'm not getting the kind of love and support from the world that I really need. And it's been really, really hard. And I had an experience on Sunday where completely unexpected. I was very frumpy, dry. I was nothing. I had like some leggings and a hoodie on, nothing, frumpy. And I just walked out into the neighborhood to do a couple of errands. And there was this band playing in this local lounge. And I usually don't go there. I didn't have any, and I sort of just I felt like I was pulled, and I sort of just wandered in there aimlessly. And then I sat down, and they were pretty good. They were playing, they were pretty good. And they took a break. And I decided I said, oh, you guys are pretty good players. And immediately the band lead, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I looked like it, but the band leader looked at me and said, are you a singer? And I was like, how did you know that? Then he said, oh yeah, I don't know. You want to sing a song with us? So I did that, and people seemed to really enjoy it, and they seemed to be pretty enthusiastic. And then they kind of completely flaked on me, which really hurt. And I felt like I'd had my heart ripped out of my chest. Anyway, that's something personal. Thank you. Either it's somebody knows somebody who says, "Hey, listen, I need a cybersecurity analyst, something, whatever, something in that pathway." Somebody knows somebody, "Hey, I need that, you." Or you may need me for some other creative work, some creative aspect that supports what you need to accomplish. Or I need to win the wheel. But actually, it needs to be a lot more than. Yeah. No, I know. I'm just making a joke. Be
I guess so. Can you hear me okay over the noise here?
Yeah.
So Eva, for us, on this call today, would you help us, say, with creating our videos to represent our organizations? Is that something that you do?
I can. Or we're
Mhm.
in different locations. Yeah, I can. We can talk
Yeah.
about the logistics of how that gets done.
Right, I got you. And I'm trying to remember the name of the singer. She's from England. She's so famous and she's so great. And you look just like her. So you must get those comments. You know who I'm talking about? I can't think of her name.
No, I've gotten other people which I find funny. It depends on what hair I have too.
Yeah,
Like I
well, with the
use
short
different
hair, with the short hair. Yeah.
But sometimes I wear different hair. And
Who do yeah.
I've gotten Sigourney Weaver, which I think is hilarious because I don't see it, but
Yeah, no, but this is a singer, and Annie
oh well, I
Lennox.
get
Thank
that. I get
you,
Lennox. Yeah.
thank you, Annie Lennox. That's
Oh,
what
is
I was
that
trying
who?
to think
Oh,
of.
okay, that's easy. But she's
Yeah,
not. Yeah.
yeah, she's
Yeah.
a great singer. So anyway, really?
I didn't know that.
Oh wow. Oh
Huh.
shucks.
You know me a little bit too well, Zach. Well, first of all, I apologize for my tardiness to today. Can everybody hear me? I know there's some background noise. I don't know if
Are you in Paul? Are you in a cafe? Is that what's up?
just want to make sure everybody can hear. Okay, so goodness, Zach, you said who I am, what I. Oh goodness, my spiel. I don't know that I have a spiel, but my name is Holly Miller. Zach and I met on a little networking event a little bit ago, but I wear 3 hats. I am an essential oil expert, so I help teach people how to live healthy and well lives with natural medicine. And I am a trauma recovery coach. that I help women overcome sexual trauma that they've had in their past. And I also have a really big hat as a Reset It specialist. I am certified in helping people through it's a neuro quantum experience. So it's all brain work to help you reset the thoughts and the conditions that don't belong to you and help you to understand who you truly are at your core without the outside noise coming in. And then I think the help that you were saying, maybe it would definitely not be an ask for me, but I am looking to help the people that have been dealing with these crazy hurricanes happening in North Carolina and in Florida. And because I am aligned with a wonderful company that has a nonprofit called the Healing Hands Foundation, they have these packages that they put together to help people in need. They're packages that contain things of the basic necessities that you would need that you don't think about for hygiene issues, especially when you have such tragedy like this. You don't even think about a toothbrush or a washcloth or simple things like antibiotics and things of that nature. So they have a perfectly 100% natural package that is $25 per package that I'm asking donations for. So you can donate one package, which is $25, or you can donate up to, I don't care, 1 million packages if you so want to do that. And I can share that information, basically just getting out the word. And then I have people on the ground, like boots on the ground in these areas to distribute these kits to the people that actually need them. So I have a really great team of people that I'm working with between North Carolina and in Florida now to pass out these hygiene kits.
Not a question,
I
a
don't have
comment.
a question.
I put it in the chat too, just very briefly. My book is about my experience, specifically talking. One of the aspects of it is being a survivor of severe abuse and sexual assault. So we may have some things that we may able to collaborate on, or somehow, I don't know, but to contribute to that conversation.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I did respond to I saw your chat. I responded and said I just shared my calendar link if because I'd love to.
Yeah.
I really would love
Yeah,
to.
and I just put my book in there.
Not so much as a question, but as a comment for Holly. I do have I'm a veteran, and it has not affected me, but it has affected a lot of veterans in the Florida area. And there was a gentleman named Tony Nellis. He's a good friend of mine. I've known him on another complex, and he has a boots on the ground. I would like to put you two together because he's in Florida and he was doing some boots on the ground. So God bless you. and each and every one of you on Florida and across the world for what you're going through and putting in the effort in that package. And to you, Eva, my heart goes out to you as an artist. We will. I would like to chat with you as well because you have a gift, both of you. But back to you, Mr. Sack. Just wanted to say that for Stephen and Holly.
Sure. Let's see. What Zach was talking about is I represent a new marketing technology called the Learning Code. If you know of a business that really does not feel that they're getting enough customers from their website or social media, a lot of times it has to do with the it's more data driven and it kind of pushes people away. They want to know, they're more critical. We represent Learning Code, which basically opens up the brain and works with the neurology, and they want to know more. Learning Code, first off, on a website, we will go through the website for $250, determine if your website's pushing people away, and or if they're inviting them. And if you're a seasoned professional that works with businesses or professionals, then after we make sure your website's okay, we'll go out to LinkedIn and we do all your LinkedIn marketing for you for $1,000 a month. And we guarantee that you'll make $3,000 in 90 days, or we give you your $3,000 back. And last year, out of 127 clients, we were only not able to help two. So we, and I just put my information in the chat. So I don't know if you'll ever find anybody that guarantees marketing or your money back, but this works. And that's one of the things Zach got to talk to J.W. Wilson. If you really want to understand the brain, you can go to Amazon and download a book called Cracking the Learning Code. The university had been studying the learning code for 30 years, and JW basically cracked it. He works with Tony Robbins, Robert Kiyosaki, Mayo Clinic, many different ones. It also helps people learn much quicker. But when you put it into a marketing code, then it helps a business make much more money or whatever they're trying to do, and we help them do that. And as far as something personal, well, I guess you'd say this week, JW asked me to become a partner in the Learning Code, and we're going to be taking it around the world. And he also has a program for homeschooling. And his programs are $20 a month. I mean, anybody can handle that. But it allows a person to learn 90% quicker, and they keep it. So it's pretty amazing. And my calendar link is in the chat. If you know of a business that is struggling, we help all size coaches coach high-end business coaches and manufacturers. We do it all. We work 5,000 Fortune 5,000 companies. So if you're small or if you're huge, we can help you out. And let me see what else you asked. So
Good afternoon, good evening, to those who are listening. Wherever you may be. More morning, maybe if they're looking overseas. I am a master connector of Southern California. My name is Alan Holmes. I specialize in connecting business owners, whether they work at home or internet marketing, affiliate marketing, network marketer. They're an entrepreneur, they're a book writer, filmmaker, um, new technology, or they're the everyday consumer. So in short, I call myself a human search engine or master connector. I love to collaborate, connect, and network. That's basically what I do about 12 hours a day. California is behind everyone. A little bit personal about me I'm a U.S. Army veteran, 13 Bravo. I love my veterans. I'm a mental health advocate. Not, I grew up in Compton, California. Yes, it's not a tagline, straight out of Compton, but I'm like the big uncle to the world. I don't have any kids, but my wife has mental illness. So my goal is to eradicate poverty and the mental health stigma and allow people to live their dreams and visions. It is my honor and privilege to support Zach and everything he's doing and Project Die Hard and a lot of the veterans and just families around the world with resources. So what I would need is a little personal I did have my identity stolen back in March. So it's been a mouthful, but the veterans mantra has taught that someone else out there is hurting, like those in Florida and North Carolina and something. So I can set aside myself to step up and be there and let me know how I can be of service. And let's have a one-on-one and see how I can help make this a better Christmas and a holiday for some children or families around the world is really out there hurting and just needs a little help. So thank you, Zach, for putting together this panel and allowing me to be a part of this family. But this wonderful, what is this, Thursday? Yeah, hot out in California, can't remember. Yes, sir. Thank you. If someone can just put in front of individuals that are really looking for honest, legitimate, ethical resources that can help you provide value, and or if there know of any veterans that are serving, I can put them in front of someone. But just have a one-on-one because I never know what I'm gonna what I can. I don't want to bite off more than I can chew, but if I can help, I will do my best to work and figure out and find a solution.
Sure. It would be if you know a business coaches that really want to increase their business. If you know of a manufacturers, we do everything for them from trade booths to packaging, everything in the learning code. And if you've ever been at a trade show and you walk up to a trade booth, people are walking by all the time. With the learning code, they can't. They're kind of glued to it until they ask a few questions. And so if you know anybody that is in that industry, I'd love to help them.
Maybe just connect people to me that have a servant heart that want to help. That's where my focus is today.
Oh, they avoided it all. There was no issues there in North Carolina. Yeah, so he's fully recovered from his shoulder surgery and he's practicing. We have a little confidence problem. We're just trying to figure that out. He hasn't had a stick for 7 months. My son plays lacrosse at Duke, and so yeah, so he's just got to get out of his own head and get back to knowing his thing. And then my other son, who's a junior, just committed to Hofstra University today, so he'll be playing lacrosse there in 2 years. So well, that's exactly right. Sure. Sounds good. So I'm Harold Kiefer. I own the Hitch Corner in Littleton, Colorado. Our specialty really is to help outdoor enthusiasts to outfit their vehicles and take their toys on their destinations. And then we're big with companies pretty much outfitting their vehicles and getting their equipment to their end site. So we're big with trailer hitches, truck accessories, heavy duty towing, like towing, fifth wheel hitches, gooseneck hitches, and then we have a full line of RV accessories. What I'm always looking for is obviously anyone that tows, but more specifically, companies that have fleets of vehicles or trailers that we can help to outfit, and just try to get them to get to their destinations with everything they need. So that's what we're really looking for. And then kind of my big thing is, I've already kind of mentioned it. I like watching my boys play lacrosse, so I do my best to get out to Duke if I can, and then my other one's here in town still, so that's good. So it makes it a little easier and a little bit cheaper. So right. Exactly. So So that's more like on the RV side. I think you're talking like more like winterization. Yep. I think you need to make sure, mostly it's for water lines. That's where the freezing comes up. So you got to make sure that if you have a trailer or a motor home, that you winterize it, because you've got to get the water out of lines. You've got to get antifreeze in there. So you can't, if you don't, you're going to lose your water heater. It's going to freeze and just pop. It'll blow. And then your air lines or your water lines and everything will crack inside too. So yeah, that's a pretty big thing. With the weather we've had, no one's jumping on it quite yet, but it's going to hit soon for sure. So
Harold, what makes yours hitches different than others?
So really, we do not make our own hitches. We're a reseller of hitches. So I can't say that the hitch I'm installing is any different than anybody else's. The hitches we use are, they're by the top two in the country. It's Kurt Hitch, it's Stealth Hitch. But the biggest issue is we obviously have professionals that install it. A lot of these vehicles, we have to basically dismantle the whole rear of the vehicle, and it's mounting where the bumper mounts. So you definitely want someone to know what they're doing. And then on these higher end vehicles, your BMWs, your Xfinities, your Audis, wiring can be very problematic. So you need to make sure that you know what you're doing. I get a lot of customers that they go to U-Haul because they're cheaper, and then I see them in 2 weeks because U-Haul just screwed up all their wiring on their vehicle. So I would say more that we know what we're doing. We've done it. Now, this is my 34th year of business, so very professional. But from a specific kind of hitch, I can't say that I'm doing my hitch is any better than the next guy, because they could be doing the same hitch. So.
Okay. Well, if you want to click on my calendar, we can help you get companies, fleets, and we can guarantee it. So if you want to click on it and set a Zoom with me, I'd love to talk to you about it.
Perfect. Okay. Sounds good.
Harold, if you are doing fleets, does that include things like productions that have to haul whatever, or does that not come into it really?
It depends what you mean. Are you talking like the big, like fifth wheel like big are you talking like trailers to get equipment to a destination,
yes. Yeah.
Like an 18
like a
wheeler?
film or TV production, and where they have
Right. If it's more like on the 18 wheeler side, then no, we don't go that big. Ours are all going to be on, your full size trucks, your SUVs, but not on the really big boys. No. So
Okay.
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 good question though.
But
So-
smaller trucks, yes, though. You would
Oh,
do box
any-
trucks
any-
and things of that nature?
Correct. Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Okay.
I have a question, Harold.
Yes,
You said you're in Littleton.
correct.
Do you need to be local to you for you to
That's
help?
what I
Or is
wanted to
that-
ask you.
If you,
Or-
yeah, I mean, yeah, we do all our installs in house. So you'd have to come. So they'd have to come to our store, just because we have all of our equipment there and everything. So it's your great question. The answer is yes. Being in Littleton, we've been good. We get a ton of business from Vale, Breckenridge, Boulder, Longmont, and then on the south side, Castle Rock, Colorado Springs. So, a lot of people are coming to us because we definitely have the product and we do good installs. But you're correct. Like if you're out of state, that would be a much more difficult concept for sure. So
I have a. I
That
have a
was
friend-
that was
I
what
have
I
a
was.
friend who has a fleet here on the Western Slope. So,
where are you in the Western Slope?
Rifle.
Okay. Okay.
But he's
So
he's in Glenwood Springs, Carbondale, so closer to Athens.
gotcha. Yes. So not quite as far, but definitely would still, a 2-hour drive for sure. But yeah, so
2.5.
2.5 potentially. You're correct. So yes.
Are these- Harold, are these
Exactly. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it's going to be substantially worse here soon. So yes.
are these hitches for like RVs?
Yeah. So for instance, one thing I didn't mention, so a really big thing we do is setting up vehicles to be flat towed behind motorhomes. So we have a lot of what I call summer birds. They don't want to be here in the winter, or winter birds having to look at it and they want to take their vehicles. So we do a lot of setups for vehicles to flat tow their car behind motorhomes. And then setting up RVs as well to tow behind them. But pretty much towing in general is our biggest one. So another great example, we probably do 60% of our trailer hitches are just for people for bike wrecks.
Okay.
Because they're not going to tow, but they need to get their bikes there. So
Have you thought about partnerships with RV dealers?
Motorbikes, any kind of bike, bicycle, all that, everything.
correct, exactly. Yeah. We have with the RVs, the RV dealerships have tried to get, I can't blame them. They're trying to keep as much in-house as they can. So they're trying to do a lot of that work themselves.
Oh, they do their own. Okay,
Yeah, doesn't mean they do it well, but they're definitely trying. So
I see.
right, exactly. But we do. It's amazing. We do supply a lot of RV guys with parts. So a lot of times they'll come to us to get the parts to do it themselves. So we definitely have some, decent partnerships, but not like an exclusivity where we get to get all their business, which would be awesome. But
Okay.
we're we're there
So
as much
you're
as
more
possible.
a parts supplier and they do the labor.
From that perspective, the answer is yes. Yes.
Okay, we'll see that we could target.
Yeah, but we do. Yeah, we do our own installs as well. But in that case, yeah, they're because a lot of times they can't get the parts, or they need the parts that day, and they just can't get them in time. So then they'll come to us and grab them. So
Is that profitable for you, or is it just kind of a sideline?
it can always be better. Well, I mean, our profit margins are decent, so yeah, but it does. I would like to get more of that for sure. To
Okay,
become more of a semi-distributor, so to speak. So
okay. Well, maybe we can talk about that because we can definitely
Sure.
target.
okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Well, thank you for all the questions. So
Yes, I just did. Yes, so if you can hear me okay, it's not quite as noisy here at Starbucks now. This is my home away from home office. And first of all, I want to thank Brother Z. I don't know how he's listed here. Well, your name is listed here. Let me see. Mr. Z. Okay.
Mr. Z.
Mr. Z. I call him Brother Z. He introduced me to Zach quite a while ago, and I'm grateful to be part of it. So what I do is different. It's not a business. It's a nonprofit. We're a 501c3. And the name of the organization is Safely Back Home. Can you guys hear me okay? Is the volume okay?
Yes.
Okay, great. So if you can think about, if you know of anyone, we work with families of people who have family members who wander due to Alzheimer's, dementia, autism, Down syndrome, and other cognitive challenges that involve wandering. So it started with my dad, who had dementia and who would not wear a tracking device. And so I started the program very simply, imprinting. My brother was his caregiver, and my concern was that if he wandered and someone found him, if he could not say who he was or where he lived, he'd be at the police station, wind up at the police station, and there'd be no way to reach my brother. So I started by imprinting my brother's cell phone number on my dad's clothing. That's how it all started. It's quite a while ago. It's evolved over time to where we work with police departments, first responders, other organizations and schools, so that any family, it's a free program. Any family can enroll in the program. We're started in one town in Jersey. We're just getting started. And they can enroll their family, they can enroll in the program. And what happens is there's a database that's set up with that local police department. And what we do is we provide, I'll call them iron-on patches or decals that are very soft. So people with autism will not be scratching at them. And what's the imprint is it says safely back home. It says the township that they're enrolled in. It has the phone number, the 24-hour phone number for that police department. And it has the Safely Back Home ID number that is part of the database for that police department. And as part of that file, there's a photograph of the person, whether it's an older person or younger person. It's a recent photo, if you can envision this. The caregiver's information, all their contact information, as well as secondary caregivers or secondary contacts. Right. And then one of the key things is that you include what to say to that individual to keep them calm. So when a first responder or police department comes across that person, they'll know what to say to them to keep them calm. Ask them about their dog's name, a TV show, or a team. That all goes into that database. So if I'm wandering out there in Colorado and Zach sees me, I mean, I don't know Colorado, I'm a Jersey guy, but if I'm wandering, say I'm in a mall, and people can tell that I'm disoriented, I'm wandering. And most people are going to mind their own business. But just imagine that I'm wearing this Safely Back Home decal, either on a clothing, on my hat, or something like that. The way I described. I'm in the mall. Most people will just mind their own business because they expect either mall security or someone from my family to take care of me. But Zach approaches me, and I could be an older person, I could be a younger person, older person with Alzheimer's, younger person with autism, everything in between. So Zach approaches me, he wants to help me. And he sees I'm wearing this clothing with this phone number. And I'm actually from Jersey. So the phone number, in this case, it's a town where we launched the program called Hopatcong. It says Safely Back Home, Hopatcong, New Jersey, the Hopatcong Police Department 24-hour phone number, and my Safely Back Home ID number that they have in their database. So what happens is Zach calls that number. He gets the dispatcher in Hopatcong, New Jersey, all the way across the country, and explains the situation and gives the ID number. The dispatcher in Hopatcong says, "Thank you very much. Please stay with that person." They see that the call came in from, call it Denver, Colorado. They immediately, the dispatcher from Hopatcong, New Jersey, calls the dispatcher in Denver, Colorado, explains the situation, and forwards my file electronically to the Denver Police Department. The Denver Police Department then forward my file to the patrol car that's parked right by that mall where I'm wandering. And the officer then sees a picture of me, knows about my caregiver, knows what to say to me to keep me calm, and makes the rescue. That's how it works. And it's, yeah, yeah. Thank you. No, that's great, Zach. And I love that photo. That's one of the children who's enrolled in Hopatcon, and they were on vacation, and the mom forwarded me this photo because she did have an incident where his name is Xavier. It's not that he wandered, they were in an arcade, and all of a sudden she lost him. She couldn't find him. And and so she told me that she was able to, in part, tell herself to stay calm because she knew he was wearing that shirt. And that meant, whoops, I don't know what that was, but that meant a lot for me to hear that from her. And the key on this is not taking the place of tracking devices. Tracking devices are the best way to go, without a doubt. This basically complements the tracking device. So it's a simple visual, but it's also for people who cannot afford the tracking devices. So we want it to be free. And as far as what I've already told you, it started with my own dad, but what I need now, Brother Z, thank goodness for Brother Z, he keeps me on track with all this. I want to start reaching out to other communities. And we could do this remotely also. You know, if you have access to, we do this through the schools and different organizations, but it really involves the police departments. So we start with the police departments. And on our website, we include interviews with chiefs of police who talk about the program here in Jersey. So if you folks know anyone, either individuals or people in the police department, we can only make it work when the local police department offers the program to their community. So that's kind of who I have to reach out to, as well as organizations that can want it for their communities. And that's pretty much it. And I'm trying to learn how to do fundraising. I've never done it. So I'm learning that, and I'm working with Brother Z on those things. So thank you very much, Zach.
You did talk about it sort of, but Paul, I'm in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, so I don't know where in Jersey you are.
Oh, no, Brooklyn is fine. You're right across the river. Yeah.
I know that. I was curious where you are in Jersey.
Oh, I'm up in the sticks of New Jersey, Northwest Jersey, Northwest in Sussex County, in Sparta, New Jersey.
Right. So we're not that close, but I'm right across the bridge. But anyway, you kind of said that, and that's what I was curious about, is your main focus for this network to actually, because it has to be a nationally connected set of pockets of people. So
no, it does not. It does not. It does not.
Well, yes, it does, because you're talking about if somebody's in Colorado, you need to be able to have the sign on for the all across the country, the police precincts to be signed on as participants.
Only Eva. No, only if in Brooklyn you were signed on. The folks in Denver don't have to be signed on. The police departments from Brooklyn contact the police departments in Denver. The police departments in Denver don't have to be part of the program. They will receive the my file.
No,
sent
I understand that, but
electronically.
what I was kind of getting at was they need to know, your police department needs to know, they need to have, there has to be a level of awareness for them to say, oh, it's this. Oh, okay, great. We'll, you know what I mean? And it is all I was getting at
No,
is
right,
the
right.
idea is for generally across the country for precincts to kind of be unified in the, oh, we know about this. Oh yeah, that, right, great, we'll take care of it. That sort of thing. Because if they
It
don't
would
know,
help,
they
yeah.
go, who are you? What is this, a prank? Are you? So
So far that had, right, the awareness factor, Eva, I agree 100%. What we do is similar to what happens when there's a silver alert, if you're familiar with them, when it goes out for, that there's somebody who's driving who has Alzheimer's. And so the police department,
Okay.
they're able to, it's whether it's a code or whether they just know it's police department to police department. This is what they do. They have to coordinate these rescues all the time. But this is just a part of what happens with Alzheimer's and autism and other cognitive challenges that are similar like this. About 50% of the people with autism wander. 60% of the people with Alzheimer's wander. So it goes on a lot, and it's a growing population as well. So I just want to do it with people so it's dignified and it's thoughtful. And it's not for everyone, but the idea is to make these iron-ons available so that people can iron it onto the clothing that their family member already enjoys wearing. You don't have to buy a new item of clothing, and it's for all. I'm very familiar with the technology of the iron-on, so it's very easy to apply, and it goes onto all fabrics, and it's completely washproof. So. And, a lot of people could afford it. They're not expensive. They're a couple dollars for each one. But a lot of people don't have the, for $40 or something, it might still be challenging. So I want to make it available for free. And it's really a matter of getting the word out. It's challenging because I'm a one-person show over here. And Brother Z is very aware of it. Yes, Eva.
Devil's advocate, not
Yeah.
putting sand in your shoes.
No, go right ahead.
If it's an iron-on, that can get for people who have, whatever. I have 20, 30 shirts. Okay, I have to put it on every single shirt. Is it feasible to have something that doesn't have to be stuck to one piece of clothing, that it's transfer? Is that something you've thought about, to have something that's transferable?
Yes. So the
Pin, the badge,
challenge,
I don't know, something.
yeah, no, the challenge on that is people with autism in particular
They'll take it off.
are extremely sensitive to anything tactile, anything near their skin that's tactile.
Mhm.
And the problem with a lot of the tracking devices is that people take them off. Also,
They
don't
won't
the
wear
way
a pin or they wouldn't
they-
wear something else.
they
perhaps?
could, they could. And what I do, Eva, is I'm very straightforward about this. This is simply a tool. It's a tool to help in the event that somebody wanders. It's not the same as a tracking device, but say the parents or the caregiver knows that if the person's wearing that the likelihood of two things happens. The likelihood, whoops, sorry, 1 sec.
Yeah. I was just thinking in terms of scalability. Obviously, you want it to scale up, and that means quantity accelerates quickly, and then you're down to, I need 100 of these. No, I don't want 100 of them. Can I just have something that I can always use that doesn't have to be attached to my clothes is all. But anyway,
Right.
that's
And the other part about that, Eva, is that I know with my dad and with people with dementia and Alzheimer's, and also kids, depending on where they are on the spectrum, people with autism, they're not always even cognizant of what that is. You know, the patch on there. They're not even cognizant that, and it's not for everyone. Not every family wants to have that imprint. But what we do is we keep it very easy. We would include 20 of the iron-ons to get started. We include a little, it's an insert. It's like a Teflon pillow insert that goes in the sleeve. So it's very easy to iron, and it's some parchment sheets. That's it. And so it's a simple concept. It's a matter of my reaching people. And so that's what I want to do, you know. And again, Brother Z and Brother Zach, they're helping me along these lines. But yes, if you, wherever you live, if you have, you know, if you know of people that could benefit by it, police departments, organizations, schools, I'm happy to work with them. I can't travel there, but I can certainly work with them through this vehicle and you know, remotely. So thank you for those thoughts.
Paul, do you have a YouTube channel?
Do I have a what? I'm s- And on the
Okay, yeah,
website,
yeah.
actually, the website too, Brother Z's put it together beautifully. So I don't have it in the chat. I'll put it in the chat, the website
Well, I know
address.
Mr. Z very well, and I'll be talking to him because you have a amazing service, sir. God bless you.
Thank you.
I
Thank
said
you.
I'm a mental health advocate, and a lot of individuals. So I've been taking care of my wife who has mental illness, ADHD, bipolar, schizo, affective, and PTSD. And my associate friend of mine, his mother has paranoid schizophrenic, and she wanders for cigarettes. So what you're doing is definitely gonna make a massive approach. And I would like, yeah, I want to get with you and I have ideas. This is what I do 12-hour days, just kind of look for resources that really can help make an impact in somebody's life. That's what I'm referring to. Thank you, Paul, for doing that, sir.
Thank you. That sounds great. Look forward to speaking with you.
Yes, sir.
Brother Man, Brother Zach, Brother Paulie, Brother Alan, Brother, everyone gets a brother. But I want to say thank you very much or sister, and sister, and sister. I want to say thank you, Brother Man, for having me here. And Brother Paulie, I appreciate the kind words. Not only you could paint a great story, but you can paint great houses and buildings. So if
Yes.
anyone is in need of painting your home, your schools, or your next mansion, definitely reach out to Brother Paulie. And of course, Specialist Alan. Thank you for your services and being a master connector and connecting us with great people like Brother Zach here. And nice to meet you all. And hello, world. My name is Z, or you can call me Mr. Z. I am a web developer and I am also a consultant that specializes in helping nonprofits, veteran business owners, and honest entrepreneurs like yourselves who are looking to announce upcoming events, book online appointments, or perhaps accept donations or sell products and services without the use of eBay or Jeff Bezos. I also provide a free consultation to those who are looking to get started on their brand new website and to those that have an existing website, but they're not comfortable with the idea of making changes to their own website, whether it's WordPress, Squarespace, Wix, or custom code without AI. So with that being said, if you are looking to maintain, develop, or redevelop a custom ADA compliant website, and Brother Zach, you already know what that is. It's short for the Americans with Disabilities Act, which was passed by George H.W. Bush of July of 1990. So with that being said, let's develop a website Z World is waiting for. a little bit of a personal story. I have to hand it off to you, Zach, for being the first person to give me a chance to work with nonprofits. When I first started, no one would give me a chance. I would get the same old, yeah, come back to me when you get a portfolio, or come back when we think you're ready. You took a gamble to work with someone who looks like this. And I'll never forget that, Zach. And to this day, it's motivated me to help others like yourself, Brother Zach, Specialist Alan, and Brother Paulie. And it gave me a sense of purpose of what to do in my life. I really appreciate your referral program because I do believe in paying it forward as well. And I do have a referral fee called as the referral program, and that is if you refer me to a nonprofit or someone that needs a website, and if they become a paying client, you are entitled to compensation of $150. But if for whatever reason you're not comfortable with the idea of accepting payment, I'll just donate to a nonprofit of your choice, like the Community Pay It Forward, the Safely Back Home, and Safely Back Home, or a nonprofit that of your choice. But that was inspired by Zach's act of kindness to pay it forward, because if you're not helping anyone, you're hurting them. So thank you very much. Glad to be here. And one other ask I like to make is let's make Z World a better place. Thank you, sir.
I do.
Oh boy.
So I guess it's been how many months, Brother Z? Maybe 6 months or more. I lose track of time.
Feels like
But-
centuries.
But what I want to say is that my experience with Brother Z is that I'm a one-person show here, and so there are ups and downs. He mentioned the painting business. That's what I have that pays the bills and has been paying for Safely Back Home all these years. He's helping me develop. He's developed the website in a beautiful way. He has a gift for what he does on the website and communicating, and he's such a unique, kind guy. It's a real pleasure to work with him. And so yes, we're working on the website. We're making improvements on all that, but it's also we all have a passion for what we do, and he has a gift for understanding that and working with us accordingly. So that's all I'll share with you about Brother Z. I don't want to get too emotional, but he's been a great friend and very brilliant in what he does. It's a wonderful package. That's all.
Thank you, Brother Polly. If it's one person that really, like many people here, that boosts my confidence and make me feel humble at the same time, it's you, Brother Polly, and I'm very envious of your energized, chilled, filled chai lattes, because it always gives me the energy to keep on doing great things like what you're doing. And if anyone hasn't seen Brother Polly's garden, he's the reason why they call New Jersey the Garden State.
There you go. So now you know everything about me.
That's great. You're great people, Brother Polly, and great people
Thank you.
here as well. Thank you for the kind words. Didn't want to make it about me. And as Specialist Alan says, it's not about me, it's about we. Sorry, didn't mean to speed this. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow.
Well,
Thank you.
Zach, I'm gonna brag on Mr. Z for a minute, and no, this wasn't a paid announcement. Mr. Z is one of the most humblest individuals I have ever met. It is because of him that I learned about what you were doing, Zach. and it's fast forward. And not only can Mrs. Z provide incredible Z services, but Mr. Harold over there in Colorado, sir, I've never been in Colorado, but I'm a Dodger fan, but no harm feelings. I love you, Colorado Rockies. You guys are great, man. I love you. I got a friend in Colorado, so if you ever need some resources that will get creative, Mr. Z, he has a Rolodex. Don't let him fool you. So I just wanted to say thank you, Mr. Z, from the bottom of my heart for changing my life, and Zach putting us together with such an amazing panel of entrepreneurs and business and family members taking care of each other. And God bless you and your fishes and all your, where's your puppy? I know he's over there somewhere. He's going to say hello soon. Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So I think I signed up for the right event, right? I don't think I'm like, I think like, I think I'm in the right space. Um, yes. So my name is Bruno. I am a self-love coach for women. I help women with their self-love, their perfectionism, self-love, being more fulfilled, having a stronger connection to themselves and others, being less perfectionistic, having less imposter syndrome, having less self-sabotage. Yeah, so the reason why I do it is because of I was born and raised by a single mother. We had she had our fair share of problems. I had my share of problems without growing up without a father. I think us being men, I think we all know what that means. And like I had to become a man on my own. And that's entirely what it is. So yes, so I'm really, like I go into networking events to also connect with other people, but also to see if anybody knows of any summits or podcasts or any collaborations that people can do if they're in the same industry or they know somebody else who would be willing to do that. Any affiliates or referrals are also welcomed. And if we're talking about impacting the world, then it's a clear yes. So yes, that's me. Thank you for listening and paying attention. Thank you so much. It's midnight 11. Doesn't matter. We're on the grind. We're on the grind. We're on the grind. Doesn't matter. We're on the grind. We're athletes. Doesn't matter. Exactly. There you go. I'm young. Who cares, man? I'm young. Well, I believe in, like, whether if it's in business or in life, I believe in 50-50. I add value to somebody, people add value to me. I'm a big believer in, like, I give what I get and people get what they give, right? So, because, I need to make a living out of this, right? Um, and, I started this membership forum and a paid community, right? where I can give them financial rewards, but I can also give them the help they deserve, right? So yeah, so obviously there's 4 billion women on the planet, and you know there's a lot of women to help. You can help everybody, but you can help the ones you choose to help, right? So you stick to your mission, you stick to your purpose, and that's really what it is. So yeah, that's it, right? With 4 billion women on the planet, there's a lot of women. So it's all a matter of knowing those women and really giving them the help they deserve and understanding that, you know, my paid community, or at least my presence, is a safe space for them to be around, and a safe space for them to be themselves and vulnerable and emotional, just as, you know, the way they want to be, right? So yeah, that's basically it. Really growing my membership, and honestly, um, not only as a way to help women in bulk, but also have, you know, money coming in every single month due to the membership being renewed. So yeah.
I guess,
Bruno,
I guess,
go ahead.
yeah, I
Go
was
ahead,
gonna
Paul.
say, Holly's not on the call right now, but aren't there the two of you connecting in some way? Isn't that and what Holly is working with women who have gone through trauma? Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Bruno, I believe I have a um, connection for you. Her name is Anissa Hadelka. I'm gonna make sure I get this and write it down because Anissa specializes in women of sexual trauma. It's a topic that obviously is very hard to talk about, and it's going to be a journey for those women. So, it's like you say, there's 4 billion people on the planet, and this is what I love doing. I do my affiliate offers, but this is what I do, and it's because of Zach and Mr. Z that I get this energy going to do that. So I'd like to put you in touch because
Is is
you can
is
help change a
surname
woman.
awesome, Alan? Thank you
Anissa,
so much.
yes,
Is her
sir.
name
I'll be mom.
Anissa Hudak?
Yeah, you know her?
Oh, I know her. Oh, I know her. Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Ellen,
wow.
my
Hey,
friend.
there
Look,
it is.
I've been. You probably did, but you know, it's like I have like a Google Docs folder of connections of like 40 pages. It's like like I keep everybody. Yes, absolutely. Yes, you're sure. Yes, absolutely. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's great. It's insane.
I guess one
Go
thing
ahead.
we could do, we haven't had the chance, but I would be if someone needed to get, a tow package to get back to a Florida or, or to a North Carolina to get stuff to help family, that would be something we would be more than willing to do. So that's something we potentially could do. But absolutely.
Uh, I would just want to absorb everything I learned here, but just to be that authentic self and here and don't make any promises can't keep, but just to be there and make sure that follow through and take care of one another and the families, make and check in with everybody. Okay, but I'm here to support each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart. I hope your families are well. Thank you, Zach, for putting this together.
Thank you. And you brought up a funny story, or an interesting story about someone saying, "Why don't we put a ramp on our website?" Because I know this person was being very accessible in his own way. So I'd like to just promote and mention that I always am an advocate of making sure that all websites are accessible. And I know there's a lot of individuals that like to use fear tactics of you'll get sued, you'll get sued. That might be a case, but more importantly, we want to make sure that by we, all of us, want to make sure that those who are differently abled have the right to access all the information that you provide, whether they're visually impaired, hearing impaired, or those that are living with motor impaired skills. And everyone has the right to achieve the knowledge that we all deserve right now. And as Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, there is no knowledge that is not power, and we have the power to provide the knowledge to those who have the right to have it. It's an invaluable amount. You can lose out on. Brilliant.
Well, the only thing the first thing that comes to my mind is what I'm trying to do, which is just to reach the folks who could benefit by what we're offering. Um, Other things, I mean, I can pull things out of left field. There's Habitat for Humanity that's going on here, and we're going to provide painting services for that home. But it's a big question, Zach. How can you help somebody out there? There's so many different ways, and I just hope I'm going to be able to make this thing. And I'm not. It's not make or break whether this program becomes a success. I just want to know I've given given it my best and made it available, and continue working with Brother Z. And I appreciate the opportunity to meet all these folks tonight. So thank you for that, Zach.
Um, well, like Alan said, and very well, he's like, I'm also a very good observer. I was like, let me just have everybody talk and stuff. I talked my fair share. It's fine. What I can do is, like if a woman is really in need, a free 30-minute call right away for free, absolutely. It's like it's an emergency call, free 30-minute call, right? because I think saving a life is more important than no matter the amount of money you can ever make. So I mean, can I go first? I went last, now I go first. I mean, I personally can connect with all of you. It's like, and we can find a way to make it work. Why not, right? So no problem at all. It's like it's all about adding value and receiving value, or receiving value and adding value. That's all that it is, right? So, and most importantly, entrepreneurship and business is all about creating the relationships. For example, me as a life coach, I'm in the people's business. And when I mean people, doesn't matter if it's consumer or collaborator or just, a business owner, doesn't matter, right? It's people's business. So it's all about creating relationships. So, yeah, absolutely. I'm going to put my details in the chat, like my actual bio and everything. And if you'd like to book a call with me and just connect, we'll find a way to make it work for the both of us. No problem. Sir.
My calendar link is in the chat if anybody would like to know more or understand, or because the learning code is a new thing coming, and the next thing he's going to have is a course cracking the sales code. So if you're in the sales business at all, it's going to be $20 a month, and as Zach saw last night, it's just unheard of. And it works for everybody because we do not know how to communicate with each other. We've been taught by the system, and it just shuts people down. You
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. So,
And that was good.
Thank you, sir. I'm honored.
Thank you,
Looking forward
Zach.
to it.
Thank you, Zach.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Thank you. Have a blessed day.